amiibo! Splatoon's the game, Splatoon is here. Become a squid and disappear. You can swim real fast to hide from foes and push this guy. Hit him right in the nose. So splat the wall, splat the floor. Claim your space 'cause it's a turf war. Come on and splat.
Hello, everybody. Armz has been resurrected!
Hooray!
I'm back,
Woo!
and
Dead.
Your
I
ears are
haven't
now
done
dead?
anything this week.
Thanks, Armz. We're not at what we're playing yet, though.
Hey, you're giving me a bit of context.
Okay.
I haven't done anything, so hi, I'm back.
We're glad.
Good to be back.
I'm Connor. I never left.
I'm Noah. I'm in person.
Noah's now the only Nintendo Unleashed member who's been in every episode. Round
Not
of
bad.
applause.
I'm proud. Let's go. I also
Get
have
like
Italy call.
special flag, a special amiibo or something for doing that.
You can get the rare spray-painted yellow Pikachu amiibo.
I'll take it.
Okay. So, speaking of that, we have a lot of stuff this week. A lot of stuff.
Yeah. Very busy news week for Nintendo.
So, let's just go on what we're playing. Noah.
Cool. I've been playing a few things, including Box Boy, Codename Steam, and Splatoon. Yep. I've been getting back into Codename Steam. Finally, since the update hit, which allows you to speed up the game, ×3 if you have a new 3DS. That makes it so much more convenient, fun to play. It's a really good strategy game, and I'm still very upset that it hasn't been selling well. Box Boy is also very fun, and you should buy it. It's only $5. And Splatoon, well, we'll talk about that more later, but it's really good.
Well, I haven't been playing Splatoon because I couldn't.
Yep.
Yes. I didn't play Xenoblade Chronicles 3D because I couldn't.
What?
I didn't play Mario Kart because I couldn't. The only thing I played was Flappy Bird.
Woo! Quality game choices!
Yep. Very good.
Yes, that was fun because I had it on my phone. So.
To be fair, at least you played the original and not one of the rip-offs. I gotta give you that.
Is this still on the App Store?
No.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I guess not, no.
So I could resell my iPhone?
iPhone for
when I'm done with it?
$5,000. Yeah, exactly.
If
Oh,
anyone's willing to
Totally
pay.
do that. I could do that, and then that could fund my amiibo.
Hey, but did you hear it? eBay is banning people for selling PS4s with PT installed.
Yep.
So,
Really?
yeah, apparently.
I wonder if people are going to start selling Wii U's with the Splatoon global...
Why? You can't do anything with it.
No, but either way, it's not on the eShop anymore. It's just the title screen. You can only
Oh,
have...
it's gone?
Yeah,
It's gone?
yeah, it's no longer.
Ah! I didn't download that.
Rep.
I would do it so I could listen to that song. Now I can't.
It's on the
Thank you,
eShop
Nintendo.
currently, the music.
Oh. But, okay. But still, thank you, Nintendo.
Anyway, I've been playing mostly games I got through PS Plus. I don't know, lately I haven't been playing a lot of PS Plus stuff, but I started Guacamelee.
Ooh, nice. You liking it?
Yeah, it's super fun.
It is.
And I'm also playing Race the Sun.
I've heard of that. Yeah, that was shown in like E3 or something, right?
Yeah,
While
I
back.
think so. It's currently on I know it's on all the PlayStation consoles and PC. I don't know about Xbox, and I'm pretty sure it's not on any Nintendo stuff.
Right.
But it's basically this, the world is randomly generated every day, and you have to, it has collision stuff where if you hit stuff head on, you're instantly dead, but if just your wing hits it, then you have a couple hits. And
Interesting.
the point is to try to get as far as you can because your ship's solar powered, and you can collect these sun token things that make you go faster so you can go further.
Neato. So that's why it's called Race to the Sun, I guess.
Yeah, and it's super fun but hard.
Yeah. Anyway, if that's going to be it for what we're playing, I'll go into what's available on the eShop this week. Arguably the biggest thing that's available, that was available, is Splatoon Global Test Fire. If you guys didn't know, the way that worked is it was a demo that was available to download, but you couldn't do anything with it until the 3 1-hour periods of time where Nintendo opened the servers to play a Turf War demo. Also on Wii U, a game called High Strangeness, which is described as a retro RPG/adventure game. From what I've heard, it's actually pretty unique, pretty cool, so maybe consider that. On the Wii U Virtual Console is Mega Man and Bass for $8, and apparently it's actually the Game Boy Advance version. Well, a lot of people were anticipating it to be the Super Nintendo version, but regardless, I know a lot of people are big, very into that game, so check it out. As Wii U DLC, apparently for Zen Pinball 2, there's an Age of Ultron table, which is pretty cool. And as a 3DS retail download, Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2 Record Breaker for $50. So it's a game that's a little bit above the standard price, but it does include a lot more content than the original Devil Survivor 2. So, if you like Shin Megami Tensei, then, go ahead. Unfortunately, no themes this week. We've been getting a theme. Yeah, I know. We've been getting a theme every week for a while, it seems like, but unfortunately it is not so this time around. So, terrible week confirmed.
Still want all the anime themes that Japan has for both 3DS and Vita that we don't have.
And we're never going to get, except it.
I'm crying.
Yeah, I bet.
I could probably get the Dragon Ball theme. That's about it.
Not worth.
Maybe.
I don't care about that. I want Nisekai, Saikano, and Hunter x Hunter.
I only care about Hunter x Hunter and Dragon Ball, so...
Correct.
Is there a Naruto theme or something?
They're
That'll be
actually probably on Vita.
Oh.
Because they're usually... I think pretty much every game on Vita has a theme relating to it.
Oh, nice.
But there's no Naruto game on Vita.
There isn't?
No.
Oh.
Just PS3.
There's like a ton of anime-based
new-
games on Vita, so I thought there would be.
Nope. Not on Vita. There's a bunch of Naruto games on PSP, but not on Vita.
Well, when J-Stars comes out here, then there might be a
Okay,
Naruto
right.
theme tied to that.
True.
We're kind of off topic.
Naruto.
We're all
Go
about
watch it or
discussion.
read the manga.
No.
Yep.
Too long.
Anyway, so we've got a little block of amiibo news for you, including this pretty significant bit of news. The Nintendo sort of finally acknowledged that amiibo, there are quite a few issues with them. However, they didn't exactly provide us with any new information. They sort of told us things we already know, but at least, as we mentioned a few episodes ago, the first step to solving a problem is acknowledging the problem, and I guess they've finally acknowledged the problem. And hopefully they're going to actually take some of the steps in terms of restocking old figures. And hopefully...
I don't think they're probably never going to do
Something
that.
I'd just like to inject here that I forgot to add. Marth has been going in and out of stock on Amazon all day for pre-order.
Yep. And about the Nintendo acknowledging the problem, I think they should have done that since the problem started.
Yeah, instead of blaming pretty much everything.
Yeah, it is a little late.
Yes, and I don't think they're ever gonna, or they're not gonna fix that problem anytime soon. So.
I mean, but they have been working very recently to restock a bunch of figures. I think they are taking...
Marth.
No, but not just Marth, though.
Like, Japan got re-releases of Marth, Pit, Villager, and I think Captain Falcon.
Yeah, in Japan, but here, they're probably never going to do that.
I don't know. I think they will. We'll see.
When Marth went up on Amazon, I think it was yesterday, I saw the alert. I went on Amazon, tried to get one, and I saw that Amazon only had 12 of them in stock.
Damn.
And you can't get one.
Oh well.
And Marth has been going in and out of stock on Amazon, and they do have very limited quantities, and I think that's probably going to be the case with every restock.
Now, what I do wonder about Marth is he going to? Well, we know Villager in Japan
Oh,
has
yeah.
differences. Does Marth have differences as well?
Yeah, the face is less
fixed it.
derpy.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
yeah, they fixed them. Yeah, that's why. That's why I want one.
There you go. I'm guessing the sword's still kind of bendy though.
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
any pictures of the sword, just the face.
All right.
You can
Luckily
still
though,
fix
I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
while a lot of people complain about the swords can be fixed really. Like
Yeah.
you know what you're doing. You can fix the sword.
Yeah.
Mhm.
With the exception of the Minato.
Powerful.
Speaking of the Minato, there have been something. I mean, I don't know if it was part of like a database but there have. I mean, according to our notes, the Shulk amiibo might be restocked.
It was
What do you guys feel about?
the CISPA, I think it's CISPA thing that Nintendo updates with production, and Shulk got another month of production.
Mhm.
Some people think it might be because some pre-orders are still yet to be met, but I didn't hear that about
that's probably
Shulk.
it.
I heard that about Dedede and Ike, but I didn't hear that about Shulk.
Yeah, I'm having that problem with Ike currently. I pre-ordered Ike at GameStop, and I'm promised to get it in I think spring, and it's spring. So
Almost summer.
yeah,
Shulk. I think that those Shulk restock thing. I think that's for the second wave of pre-orders they did when Shulk released. You guys remember that?
No.
Yeah. GameStop was having pre-orders for Shulk after it released, and apparently, I think the new shipment of Shulk are supposed to release this month or in June.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So and it was online as well. So I think that's about that. I don't think Shulk will ever be at a GameStop shelf just sitting there.
Right. Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Some other, I guess this is some more positive amiibo news, right? We
Yeah.
found out that Yoshi's Woolly World is going to support amiibo other than Yarn Yoshi. It's also going to support, well, one of which is going to be the regular Yoshi amiibo, which allows you to have the double Yoshi power-up, but you can't, it's a read only, it's not read and write. And so with the Yarn Yoshi amiibo in particular, you can save a certain skin in-game to that Yarn Yoshi, which doesn't really seem like it's worth that extra price for me. I mean, that's not why I'm buying the Yarn Yoshi. I'm buying the Yarn Yoshi because it's a damn amiibo plush. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah.
I believe it says it's going to support others like Mario, Yoshi, or not,
It
God, not Yoshi,
specifically mentioned Mario and Peach.
Peach, yeah. Did it say what they were going to do?
Said they'd unlock skins for Yoshi.
Alright,
It
I
didn't
figured.
say if they'd be random themes,
Or, like,
Mario-related
Mario
theme.
Okay.
It didn't say any of that.
Alright,
It just said they'd
yeah.
unlock skins.
I would hope that it's like a Mario skin and a Peach skin based on which one you use, and that it's not random like Amiibo Tap. But I guess we'll find out. Maybe we'll find out at E3. Who knows? And wow, quality transition. Speaking of, God, or E3 booths rather, Sega's not going to have one.
Rip.
Because of Sonic Boom? No, maybe. I don't know. I want to believe that's why, but
Apparently Sega's had an E3 booth every year since they first started.
yeah, so that's kind of really weird. They have been doing some, or at least planning to shift into mobile in some regards. So I don't know if this could be, a product of that or what the reasoning behind this is. I don't think they provided any reasoning, right?
Yeah, I think it was just a press release that said they're not going to have an E3 booth.
Right. So I wonder, do you think that means we're not going to get any Sega news at all out of E3? Like, do you think we could still get news, but it just won't be...
I don't know, because, they still could if they're working on something for the Wii U, announce that at Nintendo's conference, or working on something for PlayStation, announce that at Sony's. But I'm trying to think if Sega's ever really done that.
Yeah, this is a weird situation.
I don't think Sega was at any of the conferences last year. Well, unless you count Bayonetta 2. But
Yeah.
that was more Nintendo. Sega was just
Kind of
there.
there.
Not published, but own the IP.
I guess they own it. Yeah. I man, I feel like Sega is just another one of those Japanese companies that sadly it's to really be deteriorating.
Well, Sega's still making a ton of money off pachinko machines in
Japan, I imagine,
So
yeah.
I don't think they're having financial issues
Okay.
really, but
Maybe just they're really slowing down in terms of video game production,
Yeah.
at least on consoles. Which is, a little bit sad, but times are changing, and I guess we'll see how this goes. At least they're still doing all right financially. I guess that's what matters.
yeah.
And, well, I don't have a segue, but you know what's awesome as hell? Nintendo's getting rides at Universal. Holy crap.
Yay!
Nintendo Land 2 confirmed. No.
Nintendo Land 2, the IRL edition.
Yeah,
What
but...
if they make a game that ties into the attractions?
Oh my god.
Like how Roller Coaster Tycoon had like Six Flags expansions.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, I have a lot to talk about here. When I first saw people talking about this on Twitter, I assumed it was some kind of rumor, but no. When I saw the tweet from Universal Orlando, I flipped out, man. Like, this is something I've been thinking about, in the back of my mind for a while. I guess since Nintendo Land released, maybe a little bit before. Like, I feel like that's a thought maybe everyone or most people have had at one point. Like, imagine a Nintendo theme park. Obviously, this is not going to be a full theme park, but there's going to be
attractions.
Yeah. Well, the way, I don't know if you guys know how Universal's split up. Have you guys been to a Universal park?
Nope.
Nope. But I do know.
Actually, yeah, I've been to
Well,
Universal
no.
Studios in California.
All right. Yeah, so they're sort of split up into little, like, mini worlds, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like a game. And so I don't know if they would have a full-on Nintendo world or just a couple Nintendo attractions in a general area. That's the big question, like, right away. What do you guys think?
I think it's probably going to be Nintendo World.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ideally, it's themed after Nintendo Land, but I really feel like that's not going to happen. I feel like that's not, a well-known enough game
Yeah.
justify having, like...
Kind of hope it's not
area
themed
there.
after Nintendo Land because there's like nothing from Star Fox, Kirby, Pokemon.
Right, okay. I feel like they could make some
And then, like,
exceptions.
Like
If they,
it would make more sense to have like Pokemon than Takamatsu's Ninja Castle.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so maybe it wouldn't be themed on Nintendo Land. Regardless, having the Nintendo Land music playing there, I would not mind one bit. And
Oh, that'll be pretty cool.
yeah. And so I sort of have a list of things I want to see there, ideally. I'll just go through, I guess, and, talk about what it could be modeled after. First up, I would want to see an F-Zero outdoor roller coaster. And I think it would be very similar to the Incredible Hulk coaster at Universal Orlando. If you watch point of view videos of that ride, it has a very F-Zero vibe. It's very, like, futuristic, especially the beginning. And I think a coaster very similar to the Incredible Hulk, but with F-Zero music blaring in your ears the entire time. I would, like, if they had speakers against, like, the backs of the seats, that would be crazy, man. So, I'm not asking for too much there. So, I actually want something Star Fox related, and what I want for Star Fox, there's a ride at Disney called Mission Space, and it's basically like a space flight simulator that simulates, high gravity level, or high, G-force intensity, right? And so I think something similar to that where you can sort of pilot an R-Wing and feel the effects of, the G-forces. I think that could be a cool little, virtual flight simulator. Could be very neat. And I would one attraction that could go either way, but more likely one way than the other. Another thing Universal has a lot of are these virtual indoor ride experiences. They're hard to describe, but you sit in this big cart that sort of like tilts and pitches around, and there's a massive screen in front of you. It's basically like I guess it's an IMAX screen, and they're basically it simulates being on some kind of ride that wouldn't be possible to build in real life. For instance, they have like a Simpsons themed one, very cool, which I've been on. And I think if they could do a ride like that with either Pikmin or Zelda, I think either of those franchises would work quite well with that. And lastly, I think this one's least likely to happen, but another ride they have at Universal is a Toy Story kind of shooting gallery, like another virtual reality-based thing.
Wouldn't that be
And,
Disney?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a Disney? Is it? Oh,
Well,
yeah,
Toy
it's
Story's
Disney.
Disney.
oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
God, I'm stupid. Yeah. But Disney has a ride like that, and I think something at Universal. What's a big shooter Nintendo's trying to push right now?
Zelda.
Splatoon. And so I think a
Thanks,
Splatoon.
crossbow training.
I think a Splatoon. Well, that's probably more likely. Depending on how successful Splatoon is, if it becomes an established series, I feel like seeing as these rides probably won't be complete for another couple or few years down the road, I feel like that's unlikely since Splatoon's launching this year. But either way, that would be sick. I also want there to be a Zelda shop with Zelda music, etc. So I can go in there and just geek out.
Need to have the music from Beatles shop.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be pretty cool. When I found out about this, I found about it on Twitter. I just saw someone tweet Nintendo Land, just Nintendo Land,
Yeah.
and I thought Nintendo had confirmed Nintendo Land too. Yeah, but then I read the press release and I figured out it was Universal stuff. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting stuff. I haven't been to Universal or Disney, so I don't know.
Should go. They're pretty great.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and of course, having a Nintendo attractions will make me want to go to Universal now. So
Right.
That's something. In terms of attractions or like rides, I only really want I want 2 or 3 to happen, like a Mario Kart in real life, something like that, like bumper cars, something.
Yeah, that would
With
be
Mario Kart.
Baby Park.
Just
Really?
remake the
Yeah,
Baby
yeah.
Park course.
Yeah, Baby
Oh,
Park. It's a short track.
Yeah, there you go.
Better yet, what they could do is make like Moo Moo Meadows and tie balloons
God.
to everyone, and then make you drive around in any direction you want, and you have to throw shells at people.
So battle mode?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And something Zelda. I don't know what you can do with Zelda.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Could do like a horse riding thing.
Ooh, that would be cool too.
Yeah. Or
Just
you
never
could,
crash
you
into trees.
or you could do the Link's crossbow training.
Of course, in place of the potential Splatoon shooting
Or
thing.
even just have
Yeah.
that as a shooting gallery, like one of those quick shoot gallery
Oh,
things.
that'll be.
Oh yeah. Shooting gallery. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. And the third thing is amiibo hunting.
Oh, yep, they've like
Amiibo simulator. Real life
amiibo
simulator.
pre-order simulator.
Yeah. So you would just sit in a computer and at F5.
Yeah.
F5. Keep refreshing Amazon. I'll get on that, right?
Perfect. Now, this might be a random question, but if you guys wanted to see like a cool Nintendo food there, what would it be?
Ooh.
Pikmin, because of that video.
The juice? Yeah. Oh my
God.
Pick carrot juice.
Pikmin juice.
Yeah.
Pikmin juice.
What are they called? Pick carrots, right? That's the name of the
Yeah.
like that fruit. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that would be crazy. Please.
The cake that Peach is always
Right.
promising to Mario.
Yeah, I don't even like carrot juice, but I would drink pick carrot. Yeah. But Peach's cake, that would be pretty sweet.
They almost need to have like mushrooms too. Like even
Okay,
if they're
they-
just marshmallows painted
Or
like them.
or cupcakes.
Yeah.
Something. Like the lollipop from Kirby, the invincibility lollipop. Just every food from Kirby in general.
Maximum tomato, except it's
Yeah.
probably not
Oh
a
my
tomato.
God,
Yo, that would be a weird thing. Just here, buy a tomato.
Oh
The
yeah.
letter M on it.
no.
That definitely doesn't have drugs infused in it.
It's orange, has an M painted on it.
Oh my god.
Just real quick,
What else can be food?
3 rides I think should be there for sure.
Yeah.
Are based off real rides in different Mario games. The
Right.
stuff from like Peanut Park and Sunshine, like the
Ooh,
Yoshi
yeah,
go
where you-
round and the
yeah, right.
Wiggler roller coaster, as
That would
well
be
as
sick.
stuff from Baby
Yeah.
Park. Like I think the Wiggler coaster's there too. Then there's
Right.
the Luigi's Mansion haunted house
Oh yeah, that would actually be very cool.
and Bowser
yeah.
Jr. swinging ship.
Mhm.
I think those need to be there.
Easy ideas.
Get on Nintendo.
But yeah, in terms of other foods, what do we got? Moo Moo milk,
something- Yeah,
Which
There
Moo
you go.
Milk, Zelda or Pokemon?
Zelda, obviously.
Zelda.
You need to have.
Is it
They need to have
Isn't
expensive water, bottled water based off Pokemon,
Oh,
like
my God.
$450 water.
Oh, your arms. They need to have They need to have the Milka Bar recreated
Oh my god.
with the
Music?
and everything. Yeah. What? Yeah, the music played live.
That'd be cool. I would love that.
That would be.
About Pokemon, could they use Pokemon as to build an attraction?
Yeah,
Isn't
because
that
Nintendo owns
technically,
the IP.
Okay, so
What kind of attraction? I feel like it would be pretty hard to build.
Could do a Pokemon Snap type thing.
I guess so. Yeah, where you're sort of okay. So one of those things where you have like a
yeah,
Well,
actually that works.
and you have like,
Like,
that would-
say similar to Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney, where there's like animatronics everywhere.
like a ride through.
Except have it
Pokemon.
like in a forest, not in a pirate's cove.
Right. And you have like I guess you're on rails and you have like not a real camera, but like a stupid fake camera type thing that's attached and you can like move it around and take pictures to get points.
Yeah, I don't know what the points would do, but yeah.
I mean, whoever gets the most wins and gets like a Pikachu amiibo or something.
Woo!
They could probably have. Well, I don't know if Universal has like carousels. Do they have?
Not that I know of. I think they're more based on those big experiences, but they could
Okay, a Pokemon carousel
with just Pokeballs being like the
or Ponytas
very true.
instead of horses. Use a Ponyta Rapidash.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool actually. To be honest.
Actually have fire coming from their necks.
Oh my god. Yeah, someone will die.
There's your experience.
You have to avoid the fire.
So basically, man, as soon as this happens, well, depending on how much they put into it, I'm gonna need to make a road trip sooner than later because, like, if it's only a few attractions and not a full themed zone,
Well,
like I'll wait, you know.
Didn't
Like,
Universal, like when they first opened the Harry Potter thing, they pretty much remade Hogwarts Castle and had, I think, the minecart roller coaster thing?
correct.
And
Yeah,
that was just when
Harry-
they first opened it.
well, the minecart thing was an expansion.
What ride did they start with?
Just the Hogwarts Castle, and
Oh, I thought
that
there was a ride.
it's a ride inside Hogwarts Castle.
Oh,
It's crazy.
I thought that was
Um,
just walking around.
Nope. It's that area is like the amount of detail is insane. If they put that much detail into the Nintendo area, I'm booking like a flight immediately because
Peach's Castle.
oh my god.
Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, both of them. Why not?
Professor
YOLO.
Oak's lab.
Everything. Samus's graveyard. Metroid is dead.
An asteroid field. Just throw rocks at people as they walk by.
Yeah.
They could build like a Punch-Out ring.
You get to punch people.
Promoting violence.
basically.
Amazing.
Side bike track.
Oh,
something.
okay. Yeah, like okay.
Make
yeah.
it. Make people
like the
run
Nintendo-
out every few minutes and change the track randomly.
I feel like it could like not be a Pokemon carousel, but a general Nintendo carousel. They could throw some Excite bikes on there.
And Yoshi.
Yeah, Yoshi bike. Yo, just have all the bikes from Mario Kart. Oh my god.
Including the Mercedes Benz.
Exactly.
yeah, that would be pretty cool. Actually.
Anyway, we've gone on quite a while about this Nintendo Universal thing. If you can't tell, we're pretty excited. But now we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with some more news and our main topic. See ya. You know what's dank? Investor meetings. Nintendo had an investor meeting last weekend where they announced some cool news, like being profitable for the first time in 4 fiscal years. That's good, right?
Yeah.
Profitable is good. Now people can stop crying about how Nintendo's doomed.
No, they're still doomed.
Doomed. Doomed forever. God damn it.
They're doomed unless they get a name change.
Of course. Change the name to Xbox.
No, Y-Box.
What? Why Nintendo?
Or they should just sell the company to blazekick.com.
Mm-hmm. I think we could afford it. We could definitely afford it with the 5 cents we'll make off our videos.
Hey, we're almost at $80 in
Oh.
what, 3
Yep.
years?
Not
We
bad,
could
not
totally afford it now.
bad. Yeah. In addition, I'd say the other big piece of news to come out of that is that amiibo have now sold shipped 10.5 million units worldwide, which is a big number. What's even crazier, I think, is that 66% of those have been sold in North America. So we clearly like our amiibo,
So,
even if we are having some trouble.
so 66% were Mario.
Pretty much.
Perfect.
Link. Oh my goodness, that is a loud car.
I closed that window.
Yeah, good plan.
How many did they sell again?
10.5 million worldwide. And
Surprised they
66.
made that many.
Huh?
I'm surprised they made that many.
Well, yeah. I mean, of Mario, you know?
A lot of Marios, a lot of Peaches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
Plus they made like 5 versions of Mario too.
right.
Silver, Gold, Smash Bros.
No.
Normal.
Normal,
Party. And that's
Prob-
it's so for
and
Doctor.
there's
Wait, Doctor soon.
Doctor. Tanuki.
No, though. There's no Tanuki Mario.
That's actually kind of shocking that there's no Tanuki or Cat or Fire.
Someday.
Fire Mario.
Don't give them any idea.
Baby.
Oh,
They
please.
just released all these amiibo that do absolutely nothing in any game except like Hyrule Warriors.
They all give you 1 rupee by default. Like, you can't change it. It's not random. It's always 1 rupee.
And in Amiibo Tap, it's guaranteed to give you a game you already have.
It's guaranteed to give you... What's that terrible NES game where he plays that...
Urban
Like-
Champion.
Nope, no, well, that is pretty terrible, but...
Clue
He
Clue
plays
Land?
this... Yes, there you go. Clue Clue Land.
Is that
No.
even in Amiibo Tap?
No, but you'll get it anyway.
Software update.
Yeah. So yeah, not too much to come out of that meeting, but it is positive news overall. What was interesting though is that we did not hear about their E3 plans at the event or after the event, which is sort of what happened last year. It is and it is a little weird that they haven't mentioned them yet. One reason behind that could be that Square Enix is actually occupying the spot that Nintendo usually uses. So, you know, either Nintendo's going to try to keep it at the same time and hope that people watch their broadcast, or move it. Or try to get Square Enix to move theirs. Ooh.
What do you think they're gonna do?
I honestly think they'll just make it another day. I think that's
To
like...
be honest, I hope they move it because I have class right
Yeah.
then, and I'd never be able to concentrate.
Yeah. So do you think it would be on the same day but a different time?
I think so, just because Monday's already so full, and I don't
Right.
think they want us to go to Wednesday.
Right. The weird, God, for me, I don't even know when I want it to be because I'm going to be in Italy. My time is going to be so off. So, you know, I'll probably be able to watch it live. If not, you know, rest in peace. But
What is Italy, like 8-9 hours ahead of me?
I think so.
So that'd be like 5-6 ahead of you.
So yes.
Probably watch it in time, yeah.
So if it's at like 10,
Probably
it's,
gonna watch it at the evening, like 5 p.m. or something,
right.
maybe.
Assuming they stay on Tuesday, I can't see them going too late either because, like, usually their conference ends right when the show floor opens.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's on Tuesday, right?
Yeah,
That's on Tuesday.
because the show floor's not open at all on Monday.
interesting.
So,
When is Bethesda having their conference? Like Saturday,
I don't
like Sunday,
know if
right?
they've actually... Have they given a time?
Yeah, it's over the weekend.
Oh, then maybe Nintendo could do it on the weekend too.
That would be.
Yeah, I
good.
think it's on Sunday. I think it's on Sunday night.
I just,
Yeah, they could do it over the weekend, but I don't know.
Because I'm just thinking because Monday already has what's it start with Xbox, then go to EA, then Ubisoft and Sony, and
Yep.
they all have like an hour break in between, so there's not really much time.
Yeah.
I guess
And who's having it on Tuesday? Just Square Enix.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think just them. So far.
yeah. Do we even have times? I think Ubisoft said their usual time.
Right. I don't even think I don't think Sony or Microsoft have given anything yet either.
They usually do their conferences at the same time.
Right.
Always, so.
Yeah.
Or at least
Nintendo's only the real question in this
Because of Square Enix.
Square Enix,
Yeah,
Square Enix took their
messing it
fight.
all up.
Yeah.
Usual. No.
Otherwise, I think Nintendo would have already said that they were gonna have something at E3.
Maybe Nintendo's not planning anything at all.
You never know.
Because if you think about it, last year and the year before, we both knew we'll be showing this off at E3, but this year I don't think they've said anything.
No, but they did say they won't be showing Zelda at E3.
So maybe because they're not going to E3.
Yeah.
No, but
Well, no, I was saying they're not going to have a
Conspiracy.
conference. They'll still be at E3, just no conference.
oh no, please. Please.
So they're probably just, if they do that, they're probably only going to show off like games that are already announced.
No, but they have to announce new
So
games.
Mario
I'll try.
Maker,
No, that'll be the lamest.
Yoshi.
No.
What else?
They won't even have Star
Maybe
Fox.
Star Fox.
No, they won't though. They
Well-
can't just have Star
Well,
Fox. It's
like,
reveal for it.
Other
It was announced.
other third parties release trailers on YouTube for games on show floor, so Nintendo could do that too.
Oh no. But that's I'll be,
Or
that's
they
so much
could do
less
a
exciting.
direct like a week before, and then just have all the
I'll be
direct
fine with
stuff
that.
at E3.
I'll be fine with that. Like an E3, like a pre-E3 direct, except that's their big thing.
Didn't Konami
Or
do that
after.
for a couple years?
During E3.
Yeah, and I think last year, I forget if it was Konami, but there was some sort of bug on one of the streams that you could just skip to any length. Like, it was pre-recorded. So you could just, like, skip anywhere in the stream.
That's probably Konami. I think everyone else
Yeah.
is live. Well, Nintendo's wasn't, but
Yeah.
that was still
Yeah, it
live
was-
streamed.
I think it was Konami's, which is pretty funny.
Or they could do it during E3. Don't you guys remember the Nintendo 3DS presentation that they had? Like when
Yeah,
they
but-
announced like New Super Mario Brothers 2.
Right.
Problem
was
with
during
that
E3.
is, like, if they want to have any of their E3 stuff playable on the first day show floor.
Which they should.
E3 only lasts until Friday, so if they don't,
Well-
so if they want as much playtime, like, if they want to keep stuff surprise for the conference, then basically stuff would only be playable Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, not Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Nintendo. There's always a mystery with them.
Like how we got on this huge thing and it's not even in the schedule or notes.
Anyway, Nintendo also confirmed that the producer of the last few Mario Kart games, including DS, Wii 7, and 8, Hideki Kono, is going to be in charge of working on Nintendo's mobile game development, which
Rip
is...
Mario Kart 9.
Yeah.
Mario
I'm
Kart
sure he
9
could work on-
releasing on Android and iOS confirmed.
Oh no. You never know. It could happen. I mean, some people might see this as bad news because it takes him away from Nintendo, console projects, but I disagree for a couple reasons. Number one, I think he could sort of work on both at once, just sort of focusing on mobile and looking at console stuff at the same time. Additionally, it's reassuring to know that somebody so talented with games is working on mobile, and they don't have like throwaway, teams like their weaker teams. They're actually putting talent behind this. It really shows how I think dedicated they are to this vision.
And also,
I think they did. I think they did that to show that, to let people know that they're
serious
about
Yeah,
this stuff.
right.
and also about that taking him away thing. Just think Miyamoto currently is working on 2 games. He was working on the Pikmin movies while presumably working on those two games. He just finished a couple other. He's constantly overseeing other games, so it's not like the producers and stuff can only work on one thing at a time.
Right.
Like, I think a lot of people sort of use that from some of the bigger ones, like say Sakurai, who does do a ton of focus, but he's more involved with the development, whereas a lot of producers aren't as
they're more
involved.
overseers.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or say like the Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3, they're currently the same producer.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to take anything from Mario Kart.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. And speaking of mobile games, so Nintendo said that they plan on releasing one of them, or I think like either one or at least one this year, and they plan on releasing 5 by March of 2017. A lot of people have shown worry that this is not enough. And while it might seem like that initially, I think that, again, if the quality of these games is up to snuff, and it really surpasses pretty much everything else that's already on the platform, I think the games could be big hits regardless, and I think they could do enough to really get Nintendo's name and IP out there, as they're looking to do,
As they're not just ports, I don't really see why people think that's not enough.
Yeah.
Like, if they're just porting Super Mario Bros. And Legend of
Yeah,
Zelda,
then that wouldn't be enough.
yeah, then
but
I'd be like, what are you doing?
Exactly. And, I feel even better about the number 5, knowing, again, that Hideki Kono's working on them. Again, a producer who's produced some pretty, crazy good games. Somebody I have a lot of faith in. I feel like, knowing that, I feel, even better about, 5 is fine with how good we can assume these games are going to be. And, it just makes me even more excited to see which game is going to be launching this year. Makes me think.
Squid Jump.
Please.
I want that to be available separately.
I just really hope it's not a Pokemon, honestly.
Yeah, they've done too much.
I really doubt
free-to-play
it's Pokemon.
I hope I'll be really disappointed because we've seen so many free-to-play Pokemon things. We've already seen Pokemon on mobile. It wouldn't feel new. But get Mario on there first, all right?
Yeah, I think it has to be Mario first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of feel it's gonna be Mario.
Mario or, well, okay, yeah, most likely Mario. My other bet was like Zelda, but I think Mario first.
Alright, yeah, Mario is
Candy
far
Crush
more
Super Mario
recognizable
Bros.
than,
Edition.
Oh no, please. Puzzles and Dragons.
Flappy Koopa.
Fluffy Koopa. I would buy that. As long as it has really cool music.
It would. But anyway, moving on from mobile stuff, onto, I guess our main topic this week is going to be Splatoon. And a couple things about Splatoon, the Splatoon Direct and the demo. Some of us played some portions of the demo so we can talk about our experiences. But first, looking at the Direct, quickly going through, we didn't get a huge amount of new details, but there was some relatively important stuff. Going through, we got some more details about customization. We found out that the game is going to have 5 maps at launch. I guess we sort of already knew this, but it reiterated that the 3 main weapon types are shooter, charger, and roller. And there's a bunch of, sub-weapons for each. And I think one of the biggest pieces of info is that, so a lot of people, including myself, when hearing that the game would launch with 5 maps, were sort of worried. That's not a lot, right? But they did go on to say that throughout the summer and up into August, the developers are frequently going to be adding in new content, including maps, weapons, and gear, all for free, which really alleviates that problem for me. How do you guys feel about the sort of small amount of content, or presumably small, that the game is launching with? How do you guys feel?
Well, my main worry isn't the fact that it's only 5 maps, but sort of how they're doing it. There's a set of 2 maps, I think it is, and it randomly picks one, and then the 2 maps switch out every 4 hours.
Right.
Why not just take all 5?
And have them randomly pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't fully understand the reasoning behind that still.
And the free updates, I'm kind of wondering if some of it was sort of quickly thrown together because of negativity. Because, like, I don't really see a reason why being able to go on a team with 4 friends isn't available at launch.
Right. Well, I don't think so. Like the maps. So you're talking about like the abilities to matchmake.
Yeah.
That update. Yeah, I think that was definitely added because of negativity. There's no reason for that to be an update. That was clearly because of all the backlash. They thought, all right, you know what? A lot of people are pledging, not to buy our game because of this. We better add this in. And good on the developers for listening to the complaints. But either way, it is a little weird to see that patched in, later.
And also, I'm not sure because I personally didn't have this issue, but again, I only played an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But only launching with Turf Wars as multiplayer is kind of worrying because I'm kind of worried just Turf Wars might get boring because we don't know when ranked stuff's coming.
Right. So I thought the same at first about Turf War getting dull, but when I think about it, so the fact that we're not going to have 2 maps, but we're going to have 5 maps, more weapons, more customization, in addition to the single player mode, I feel like that's going to be enough until we get the ranked modes, which is going to be Splat zones at first.
It's also like single player isn't too long. Like what was levels were 10 minutes each or something.
But apparently there are 27 of them.
Yeah, that's only 270 minutes, which is what 3 to 4 hours.
Some amount of hours. We're too tired to do math.
Which, like, I'm not gonna rush through, but I can probably do that in a couple days. And
But
ranked stuff's probably gonna take a couple, like July, maybe June.
Think? Really?
Well,
I don't think it's gonna take till July.
Because we don't know what their criteria is to unlock it.
Yeah.
We just know it's a certain amount of players.
Yeah, the one thing they did say is that we think you'll reach it very quickly. I feel like that could be hinting that it's not going to need that many players.
I hope so.
Because I do agree, I don't want to wait too long for that. And I hope once the game comes out, and once it's been out for a few days, they start to provide some updates on, I guess our progress in a way. Because they did say they were going to do that on their social media channels.
Yeah.
So I do hope we see, you're 50% of the way there, or some kind of status update so we can know, it's coming sooner than later.
Yeah.
And of course, my personal favorite piece of news from the Direct, the Squid Sisters were unveiled for the first time.
I will be posting that GIF on the video right now.
Yes.
Or playing, not posting.
So good. So good. I mean, step aside, Rosalina. I still love you, but you gotta have them squid waifus.
No, Squid Girl's butt is apparently great.
Yeah, on Reddit or whatever. But in actuality, I just love their designs so much. Their hairstyles. A lot of people have been sort of comparing them to Bayonetta and Jean, which I can see. I don't think that's the influence for it, but I do think that's a cute way of seeing it. And man, the character designs in this game are so good. Like, I don't know who's necessarily working on them, but I hope they work on a lot of future Nintendo games because, look, didn't we find out that some Animal Crossing people were working on, like, a while ago, like some of the Animal Crossing things?
Yeah, one of the main producers is the Animal Crossing producer. Or
right,
maybe
and I don't know.
He's one of the, like, there were 3 people that were sort of with the announcer, and announcement, and one of them is the creator of Animal Crossing.
Got it. Yeah, so, I don't know. I hope whoever's doing the art for this game works on more Nintendo games because the style's so good. I don't know. It's hard to describe how happy it makes me.
I really like all the sea creatures being adapted into humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and they have funny names too, like Krusty Sean, Crustacean.
Or like, I think his name was Spike.
Yeah,
the purple guy.
Yeah. I guess he's sort of an urchin, right?
Yeah, but he looks cool.
Mm-hmm. And something I didn't mention, but the Squid Sisters' names are Callie and Marie, so it's like
Calamari.
Hey, there you go. Some people didn't pick up on that, but I did.
Pun.
This game's one big pun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really quick, about the game only having like 5 maps on launch and all that. I think this is very unlike Nintendo thing to
Yes,
do.
definitely.
A game they're usually recognized by a lot of people of having their games completed at launch,
Mhm.
and this is very, very weird,
Yeah.
at least to me.
I think so too. While I do feel a little bit unnerved by it, the part that reassures me is that we know, the other pieces of the game are coming. We know when they're coming, and we know that they're free. That's the part that reassures me.
I feel it's
You know.
also a bit different. Like, say Mario Kart, you get kind of bored if, like, say it launched with 2 Grand Prix and that's
Yeah.
it. Like, that would get kind of boring, whereas
Yeah.
the hour I played, I didn't get bored with either of the 2 stages
Yeah.
available.
I played
But-
3
Whereas-
hours, and I felt the same way.
I don't-
Like,
Like, even, like, say it launched with, Mario Kart 8 launched with the Special and Flower.
Mhm.
Uh,
I would get bored fast,
yeah,
right?
I don't think I might enjoy it for an hour.
Yeah,
but-
after that,
Yeah.
because I feel like with with a game like Mario Kart, it's a straightforward path, right? But with a shooter, there are so many possibilities on each map, so many different scenarios that could potentially play out, and because of that, each game feels different, regardless of the map you're on. That's what I love.
Yeah. I'm not really comparing it to Mario Kart. The thing is that I'm also worried that when are the other maps coming out? Like August?
Oh,
They,
no,
no,
summer.
for August, throughout summer, and they said frequently.
Yeah, they said frequently throughout summer, so it's assumed.
So not August, right? So
No, before August.
so maybe we're gonna get one around like July.
Oh,
could
and
even
June.
be June.
Yeah, June. I guarantee we'll get at least 2 maps in June. That's my prediction.
Okay. So that's much better than
Yeah.
having them all released.
Yeah.
In
'Cause I think
August. Because I think if that was the
that would be
case,
too long to
a
wait.
lot of people were probably gonna drop off.
Yeah.
Don't bother playing the game
Right.
and just wait until the new maps come out.
And looking at from the little slides they showed, if those were accurate, it looks like there's going to be about 7 or 8 new maps coming, aside from the 5 at launch. And considering that they'll probably all be out by August, I think, like, they're going to be releasing pretty darn frequently. Like, we could be at a point where we see a map every 2 weeks, which could be pretty great, I think.
I'm wondering if they're going to continue that too, because like some games sort of start off with that kind of thing, and then just do it. We'll do this throughout summer, and then once fall hits, just stop. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know I've seen some.
Right.
I think it will depend on how the game does over here.
Does, yeah. And
Yeah.
assuming the game does well, what I would like is that they
And
add...
how many people are playing it? That too.
Yeah. What I would like with these free maps, so once they're done releasing all the free content, if they were to do paid content, I would want it to be in, well-valued packs like Mario Kart. So, for instance, I would maybe like, 2 new maps, a few new guns, and new customization options for, $8 or $10.
So you're saying you don't want like 5 costumes for $20?
Yeah, very good value. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to use a Mortal Kombat Fatality for $2.
Oh, I was saying Smash.
Oh,
The Mii costumes.
oh, right. Oh, God. Yeah, the pricing on those is not too good.
Speaking of Mii costumes,
Oh, there you go. Yeah, another thing from the Direct. Inkling's deconfirmed for Smash. No, I mean, you could see it that way. But
well,
we did find out...
Link and Meta Knight and
Yeah,
Mega
that's
Man all have costumes, so I don't...
that's the one thing that goes against. We found out that there's going to be Inkling costumes, and they look super...
creepy.
Weird.
Well, no. That's one of the things, but it's because of the faces.
Yeah.
You guys don't understand. Once you, like, the actual body and, like, the hair and everything looks exactly like it does in Splatoon. So you're basically going to be able to play, like, as an Inkling, which is sweet. I want to do that. And keep in mind, you get the code for that if you pre-order the game at GameStop, only in the U.S.
Ooh.
Also, keep in mind the Smash Bros. Site has updated, implying that they will be available for purchase later.
Right.
Doesn't specifically
better.
say that, but it says available summer 2015.
Yeah. And I should probably decide this, but I still haven't decided if I want the game digitally or physically.
Oh, if
You
you
know-
pre-ordered it during the demo period, you could have got
Yeah,
a special
yeah.
costume only available in the demo.
Wow, fun. Other players are definitely going to notice that.
I wasn't
Wait,
looking
what?
at the
Oh,
costume.
Armz, they had this like offer where if you pre-order, like preload the game and like buy it, like during the demo session, you get like an exclusive shirt to wear, but it doesn't transfer over to the full game. You can only wear it in the demo. So it's like, what's the point
I
of
don't
that?
think it was any different from the default shirt either. Well, I think it was just cosmetic. I don't think it changed stats or anything.
Yeah. And it's like, like if it was, if they gave us like a really cool piece of armor, like that samurai armor they showed for like
Schoolgirl.
one of the, or something, yeah.
I think they should have at least given the people that tried out the demo like some kind of shirt that will
Transfer.
Yeah, like maybe something that. What was the name of the demo again?
It was called the Global Test Fire.
Yeah, just that name
So, like,
on the shirt. Yeah.
Or like how the Smash Bros. 3DS demo gave you, or you could transfer, I think it was 500 coins to Smash 3DS, and the Pokemon ORES demo allowed you to transfer the Galelite and a few items.
Yeah.
Something to bear in mind though, having played this demo 3 times, it doesn't even transfer your like customized character from demo play to demo play. So it wouldn't be, so from the way the demo is built, I can see why the costume is demo exclusive. Because for some reason, built the demo in a way that's like it doesn't transfer data at all.
Okay. I know. Well, here's a game, for example, Uncharted. Starting with Uncharted 2, it introduces like multiplayer,
right?
And they usually do like beta sessions.
Yeah.
And if you participate in the beta, they give you a shirt that tells like everyone that you were part of this thing. And after when the beta is over, all the stats you earned, everything, never transfers to the full game.
Huh. Yeah.
But you do get that shirt.
All right. Interesting.
I think Destiny did that too. I think I have an emblem that says beta tester.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
But my stats were 0 and progress was 0 for a full game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think they should have at least let you keep that shirt. You're right. It's so silly to have that shirt in the demo. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, especially since it could have just been tied to your Nintendo Network
Exactly.
ID that you had it.
Yeah. Because if you're downloading the game, I don't know, whatever. It's stupid. No big deal.
Is that shirt actually available in game though? Like, I don't recall recognizing it, but wasn't it just like the squid logo?
Yeah, it looked like a really generic shirt.
So like, I wouldn't be surprised if that was just in the game.
Mm-hmm. You got to wear it early by paying $60. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
But
What you guys think of the demo?
So good. I did not want to stop playing anything. I played all 3 times. So basically, I was exhausted all day today, but it was worth it. I loved it so much.
I'd just like to point out orange is my favorite color, and I didn't get orange once.
Wow,
I played for an
sad.
entire hour. I got every single color, including light blue, which I only saw once, and it was when my team got it, so I'm assuming it's rare or something. But I never once got orange.
I think my favorite, seeing as I played the full 3 hours, I think I used every color. I guess this is my favorite to use. I mean, orange was pretty fun.
I'm just talking about in general, orange is my favorite color.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm saying in Splatoon.
Yeah, and I like how the Inkling Girl orange looks.
Right. I also really liked using purple and light blue. I didn't like using the neon green. I don't know why.
Yeah, that looked really ugly.
Ugly. Yeah, every other color looks nice, though.
Maybe I'll abuse the colorblind options and just turn off neon green.
Yeah, perfect. I'll probably do that too, honestly. Yeah, guys, if you didn't know, it does have like a color lock mode for people that are colorblind, which is pretty cool that they're adding that. Doesn't seem like...
And there are a bunch of people complaining that other shooters have done that first. And I'm like, why are you complaining?
Yeah, why would you...
Isn't it nice that it's available?
We all know Nintendo fans love to complain. For the most part. I don't want to say all of them, but a lot of them do. If you
We don't complain. I'm going to complain at you for saying I complain.
But a prime if you go, oh God, if you go on Nintendo America's Twitter, it's a dangerous place. Every single reply is just
Amiibo.
10-year-olds whining about Amiibo and how they can't get their Pikachu. Whatever. It's pissed me off. Like, have some appreciation for once. Like, I get that there's issues with Amiibo, but maybe you should have a little, when you reply to a tweet, keep it in context, maybe.
Tweet that has nothing to do with Amiibo.
Yeah.
You can at least see when it's use your Shulk Amiibo in Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah, that I understand. When people are like, but I can't get one, that's fine. But when Nintendo's tweeting about puzzles and dragons, there's no reason for you to be like, give me my Marth Amiibo. Like, screw you.
Yeah, or there was like that one Nindy tweet, I can't remember what game it was specifically, and like every reply was Amiibo related. There was nothing about the game.
God, so annoying. And a little while back, they pulled that Operation Faceplates North America crap too.
Yeah.
It's like, you really think that's gonna help? No, it's not.
Operation Hoenn helped. Even though
Yeah.
Game Freak just said we took it into consideration, but we probably would have done it anyway.
Of course, they like money. They would do it.
Loves money.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of
Yeah,
loving money, Splatoon may contain paid product and
Whoa,
advertising.
hold on. Whoa, I barely
Hold on, the
talked
demo,
about the demo.
Oh,
Well, you guys started talking about
Yeah, we
colors.
start talking about the colors, we got off topic. We start talking about colorblind and the Nintendo fans complaining. Anyway, if I would compare the demo to Team Fortress 2. Have either of you played Team Fortress 2?
tiny bit.
I haven't.
It's a pretty damn fun game, in my opinion. It's a very team-based tactical shooter.
Team
different-
Fortress 2.
Ah, there you go, as implied by the name. It's not just Fortress 2, that'd be stupid. So, again, a big complaint for the game, and it's still ongoing by some people, is that no voice chat, right? But I actually found I didn't need it. Like,
Yeah, I didn't really
I
have
felt like
that
there was
issue.
I feel like it was weird. There was like an unspoken agreement, like, do this,
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
And there was sort of like you can look at the map and see what everyone's doing.
Exactly.
So you
Like,
can sort of see, oh, this person's in trouble, or
or like this person's painting a big area that let me help them.
yeah,
you know?
this person's in an area and there's like none of our ink. I'll just warp there.
Well, I think you don't really need voice chat if you're playing with a lot of random people. I would appreciate if voice chat was included when playing with friends.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I'd appreciate if it was an option at least.
Yeah.
Again, I'll keep using the excuse of I have Skype, but I understand not everybody has access to that. So there you go.
And it's not
Or
currently
decent
an option.
internet.
Yeah, you'd also.
I don't.
Speaking of internet,
Yeah,
I experienced zero lag.
Yep, same. Well, there was one point where like I was green and I was shooting purple ink and it just wasn't changing, and it changed like 5 seconds later.
Oh,
But besides
I
that, no
never
lag.
had that. But I only played the Test Shift 1 or whatever it was called.
Yeah, for me, Test Shift 1 was fine. Test Shift 3 was where I experienced some wacky stuff.
I think 1 would be the hardcore.
Yeah. Well, the one, it was very concerning. Remember at the beginning?
Yeah, at the very
It was like-
beginning, like no one could get on. It kept saying.
Yeah, because it said servers are full.
Yeah.
And it was less than 30 seconds after it opened. It's like,
Yeah,
are you
it
kidding me?
opened and then I pressed ZL and ZR because it's not
Yep.
just start for some reason. And
Yeah.
it's just like, could not connect, servers are full. I'm like, what?
Are you kidding me? I'm so
I
excited.
know this is a server test, but come on, Nintendo.
Yeah, but luckily 2 minutes later, everything was fine. Everyone got in. Everyone was
Yeah.
happy.
Except me, because I didn't play it.
Yeah. You know what I loved?
I just,
Is the in-between waiting for matches?
Yeah.
Squid jump? Love it. Got to stage 7. How about you?
I only got to 3.
Ooh, get good.
Well, for a while I had no idea what to do because I didn't
Okay.
notice the ZR to jump thing.
Controls, yeah.
I was trying to push A and then I was holding down and I'm like, how the hell do you jump? I was
Yeah.
holding on the touch screen.
Yeah, it's a little weird that it's ZR, but whatever.
But
I can't
also
I can't
quickly
talk
gonna
quick.
inject about the lag thing. I was in rooms with Japanese people too and had no lag because
Yeah, exactly.
there's lots of people who do like the Smash Bros thing. When you're with a Japanese person, you're almost guaranteed for lag.
Uh-huh.
Or anyone on that side of the world, but it's pretty much guaranteed. when you see a Japanese name, they're from Japan, whereas Australia, there's not really a way to guarantee it.
So you're gonna die anyway. But here, it was good.
Yeah.
And the weapons and like the sub weapons are so fun. What was your favorite?
I only really like the splatter shot.
I like the Splatter Shot Junior personally.
I don't know. I didn't really like it.
Interesting.
I think I
First-
also really liked the infinite bombs for like 5 seconds that you
Right.
got with the splatter shot.
I actually preferred. I preferred the bubbler for the Junior. So different strokes. I think it's cool how customizable those are in terms of sub weapons and super weapons.
I hated the sniper though.
Oh god, terrible. And the roller, oh my god. Did you see all the memes about the roller?
Yeah, I don't get why so many people thought that was OP.
It's not.
Like, I had
you
no
just
issues
hit them
taking them out.
Exactly.
You just walk backwards and
and
shoot.
shoot them, and it's so easy.
And you're faster than them.
Exactly.
If you're having issues, dive into your ink.
Yeah, just swim away, you're fine. Or like, just get out of it. You know what, the people are complaining are just scrubs who need to get good. I think we can agree on that.
Just like Little Mac, he was never OP.
Exactly.
You just needed to know how to deal with him, and it was fairly easy to know how to deal with him.
People are too lazy to learn things. Also, this is a random thought, but I wonder if in the colorblind mode you'll be allowed to make it white ink. Just a thought.
I think all
Yeah.
colorblind mode can do is lock out certain colors.
Ah, okay.
I don't think you pick colors.
Right. Makes sense. Like you said, locking out the neon.
But that's
It's
actually
okay.
something I never thought about. Are the colors the same? Like, when, say, I'm playing
for
against
other
you,
people? Yeah,
and I see orange and purple, would you see
Yeah,
orange
but-
and purple?
that's an interesting point
I never
because
even thought of that.
with the colorblind mode,
Yeah, unless it...
if you disable the neon green and purple combination, are you not going to be able to play in lobbies, or does it vary by player? We don't know.
Yeah,
That's something
does it...
that I'd be very interested to test out.
And that would be... Well, I guess you could test that out because you can join a friend's lobby but can't
Yeah.
guarantee you play with them, so you
I mean,
could...
we can't test it out yet, but once the game is out and you can join your friends, yes, I'd be interested to try that. But anyway, yeah, Splatoon demo, super good, get hype. And it has an interesting notice about product placement and advertising. If I can guess what's related to, it might contain like real life clothing brands or something. What do you think?
I've seen people guess that, as well as how there's like the amiibo box that might technically count as advertising.
But that's I don't know. That kind of thing doesn't bother me at all. And even clothing brands, I would be fine
Well,
with.
just
If
like-
they're not-
Like Pikmin 2 had like
It's a
Duracell batteries and
it did, yeah.
stuff, and it fit. And if like there's a Gap shirt or a Nike sweater or something,
I'd be fine with
that
that, yeah.
I'm just like, cool. If it's
Yeah.
good stats,
Bands.
cool.
Like the Mercedes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you can unlock a Mercedes Benz and drive it around the hub world.
Yo, no, as a weapon, like it shoots down, like
A
the
roller.
wheels. The wheels are cut. Each wheel is a roller.
There's tire tracks all over the place.
Yeah, that should be a super. That would be so good.
They could put like a Nerf gun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's it. Who knows? I doubt it, but that would be sick.
They could do a crossover with Squid Girl, because the creator of
Yeah.
that apparently really likes Splatoon.
There you
I
go.
don't really know what their crossover could be. I guess their clothing.
But yeah, that's gonna be it for Splatoon, and we're gonna move on to our Splatoon-related question, sort of. Well, I'll explain why. From @BradleyCragen, cats or dogs? And for those of you who might not be aware, during the Splatoon Direct, they announced this mode called Splatfest, a special event where you pick one of two teams, basically like the Everybody Votes channel. Rest in
Woo!
peace.
I forgot about that.
Oh,
That was so
the
fun.
revival.
I know, I love that channel so much. Like, it was like Splatoon 2 because there was always two different colors. There was green and pink, remember?
Yeah. Nintendo, bring it back.
Yeah. I actually spent a lot of time with that. I thought it was very fun. Dogs. Arf arf. Oh, anyway, you pick a side and you
Did you
fight
even
to
say
win
what the
three
question was?
Cats or dogs?
Okay.
I'm team dogs. What about you guys?
Squid.
Nope. They said in the direct that was not an option.
Oh,
Cats or dogs?
meme.
All right, fair enough. What about you, Armando? Cats or dogs?
Dogs. And by the way, I think that mode is pretty cool. I'm
Yeah.
excited to try that out.
So am I.
I think that was my favorite thing about the direct.
By the way,
And
since
it-
we didn't really specify, it's you pick your team, but then is it points or wins that help you?
I'm not sure,
I think
but
it's
Kind of
points.
like
I
the
think
Smash thing.
yeah, the
Yeah.
it's like Conquest.
Yeah, except
I think it's points, but
you actually choose your team instead of play with the character you want to win.
So it's similar, but not quite identical.
yeah. Again, I thought that was I think that's my favorite part of the direct, especially because if your team wins, you can get some
Yeah.
special.
What do you call it?
It was something
what's the name of the
snail.
object? Yeah, Super Sea Snail, something like that. I think
Yeah,
I
that's
think
it.
so.
Which allows you to get more slots for your gear.
Basically makes your gear better.
No,
Yeah.
and don't you get like something special as well? Aside from that,
I don't know. Maybe.
some kind of art, some kind of like a shirt or something.
Maybe.
I know there's some sort of Splatfest shirt. I remember seeing that in the direct, but I don't know if that's what that is.
But still, I'm excited to try that out.
Yeah. Question number 2, which I have a pretty cool answer for. Cool, because it's from the Cool Prex. He asks, what would you like to see and not like to see in a Wii U Animal Crossing? Well, I'm going to start with what I would not like. I do not want it to be New Leaf HD.
You mean like Wild World and City Folk?
Like Wild World pretty much was. I would be fine with having a similar structure where you're the mayor, but I would want them to add some new ideas as well. And for me, that new idea is
El Presidente.
no. For me, it's an optional emphasis on optional, always online mode.
MMO.
Sort of. Basically, you live in a town with up to 8. So, not including animals, you live in a town with up to 8 other human villagers who are your friends on your Wii U friend list. When they are not online, they're sleeping. When they're online, they're walking around in real time in their town, which is also your town. So you never have to hook up to your friend's game, you can leave your town. You still will have the option to visit other towns, but you'll, by default, if you choose to activate this special mode, have other players living in your town with you. I think that would be crazy cool.
That kind of sounds like GTA Online, almost.
Yeah.
GTA Online for kids.
Well, the only difference really is GTA Online has like missions and stuff.
Right.
Which
This
Animal
mission
Crossing-
would be like catch all the fish.
Yeah. Well, GTA. The only similar mission I could think of is races, but GTA
Yeah.
Online doesn't. I don't think you can do foot races. I think all the races are like off road or car, or air.
Fair enough. What do you guys think about Wii U Animal Crossing?
For things I'd like to see it not exist, and not like to see it exist, because I feel Animal Crossing is way better on handhelds and don't think it should ever be on console anymore.
Imagine the HD.
I don't really care. I just think it should. We have the Animal Crossing Plaza, or did that shut down?
No, it got shut down though.
But
The only thing we have is Animal Crossing in Mario Kart.
okay, bring back the Animal Crossing Plaza for that HD.
That thing is trash. It's so pointless.
It was great. You could save your favorite villager.
Wow. Fuck.
That
And
you had to
a
wait
picture.
for them to randomly show up.
Mhm.
But no,
You can't do that now if you have a new 3DS because of the SD card.
Oh, true. Oh,
You
God.
would have to take it out and
Yeah.
put it in an adapter.
That's probably why they discontinued the service.
But yeah, I just think Animal Crossing works way better on handheld than console.
Interesting point.
Um,
And Armz, sorry, before you answer, I want to quickly add in, I would want it to have amiibo card support, because we know they're making the amiibo cards, and the way I would want it to work is, let's say your favorite villager Animal Crossing of all time. For me, it's Mitzi. Let's say I have a Mitzi card, and Mitzi's not my village, and I want her to be. Boom. Scan the card, Mitzi's my village now. I think that'd be cool.
Okay, for me, and I agree with Connor that Animal Crossing works way better on the handheld. But the question is, what I want to see on the Wii U version, and all that. I would like to see New Leaf in HD because I
There
love
you go.
it.
Fair enough.
But with the new stuff, of course.
Okay.
And what I don't want to see, okay, this is kind of weird, but I want this, but at the same time I don't want it. I want amiibo support, but I don't want it to heavily rely on the amiibo support.
I agree.
So
I think
Yeah.
if they do
So if-
something like e-cards did in the GameCube one, or the fortune cookies in New Leaf, it would be fine.
Right. You're wearing
Yeah, yeah.
like a gear, so if you have your Mario amiibo, boom, get
Yeah.
a Mario item. That'd be cool.
yeah, as long as like if they make like a let's say a special villager that you can only get through the card or the figure, and that villager turns out to be super rare. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Be-
Also,
I don't
something
want.
I think would be cool. I guess this is a random idea, but keep Tortimer's Island, but make it so it still has the
Amiibo
original.
Island.
Oh god, it still has the original sort of small Tortimer's Island, but you can either travel to that one or you can travel to an expanded Tortimer's Island, which is like really big, like multi-leveled, tons of areas to explore.
So
I think that would be
Tom
really cool.
Nook's Island.
I guess so, because he's rich, right? Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. Tom Nook's Island and Tortimer's Island. That would be sweet.
Sad moment when Tom Nook's Island's bigger than the mayor's.
Yeah.
Previous mayor, actually.
Also, if you guys will recall the mini games from Tortimer's Island,
Yeah.
I think those would be crazy with 8 players. And if there's Animal Crossing Wii U, it's going to have 8-player online. My prediction, not 4, 8. So yeah.
Another thing that I would like to see, but I think will never happen. Maybe like 2-player co-op, one on the gamepad, one on the TV.
And you can like multitask and stuff.
Yeah. Or let's say you're playing or I'm playing with like my sister. She's playing. She lives in my town.
Right. I get what that would
She could play on the gamepad, and I'm just using the
very cool. So you guys
Pro Controller.
on the TV, so you guys can both
Yeah,
get
yeah.
chores done at once.
And then you both attack each other with your axes.
Mm-hmm.
Murder.
All that.
Yeah, we're never gonna see the villager the same way after Smash Bros.
Yep.
And something I want to add. Do you guys think? So assuming Nintendo has an E3 press conference, like I'm hoping and thinking they will, do you think we'll see Animal Crossing Wii U if the game exists? Do you think we'll see it there?
I don't think this year, just because a bunch of Animal Crossing people are working on Splatoon,
Right.
Yeah.
including
same
like
thing.
the main Animal Crossing people. So even though I did say earlier this episode that people can multitask, I think that's like a lot of Animal Crossing's team is helping with it.
And Animal Crossing is a big game, so
And they're also working on home designer,
Happy Home. Yeah.
that thing.
Um,
I think that's the Animal Crossing team.
yeah. Maybe.
yep.
I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna be optimistic here and say yes, we're gonna see Animal Crossing. I'm not gonna get my hopes up for it, but I think it's possible and likely that we'll see. Even if we don't see gameplay, I think we'll see a screenshot or even a tease or an announcement. I think it's very likely.
Or Happy Home Designer HD.
We're announcing
Like,
Happy Home
there's
Design.
Animal
It's just going to be
Crossing.
ported
Yeah,
to Wii U.
Crossbuy.
Yeah,
Crossbuy. There you go.
we have a new Animal Crossing title for Wii U. Everyone's gonna freak out. Happy Home Designer HD.
And for everyone who likes Mario
Cross-buy support.
RPGs, we have a new
Oh,
one
yeah.
on Wii U.
Puzzles and Dragons HD. I'll scream.
While you're in Italy.
Yeah, I'll scare everybody.
you're at a restaurant. and
Scare
you-
the locals. Yeah.
We know Mother 3 is incredibly popular, so we're really proud to announce that it will never come. We're proud to announce our first mobile game. In this game, you play as Lucas and you have to run and dodge things.
Oh my god.
We need to come up with a clever name on the spot.
Lucas Run.
Oh, fair enough. Smash DLC run.
You can choose between Lucas and
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo.
Buy them.
And Ryu.
And Squid Girl. Me.
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 Anyway, last question. What's the longest you have gone without sleep? Well, I'm pretty lame. I've never gone more than 24 hours. The latest I stayed up was like 5 a.m. at a sleepover playing Drawn to Life in Animal Crossing and drinking Hawaiian Punch when I was in like 3rd grade. How about you guys? You recall?
I think I pulled an all-nighter at some point in grade 7, but I don't remember.
I do stay up all night sometimes. But I think I've gone like maybe like 2 days without sleep,
What
and it really sucks.
Yeah, I can imagine. Sounds very
Even one day
Oh, yeah.
one day without sleep is horrible. I did that last weekend. Oh my god, horrible.
Yeah.
It takes time to adapt to the day, to the light, to everything.
Right.
Sucks. Don't do it. Even if it's for gaming, don't do it. Just go to sleep.
I think it's worth it if it's a big gaming event.
I think it's worth it for anime.
There you go.
Though I've never done it for anime.
There you have it, folks.
As long as you get some rest,
Certainly.
do it. But don't go 24 hours.
As long as,
without sleep.
as long as you get some Jigglypuff down B.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway. But things you should check out. We're just about done talking, but things you should check out on our website and on our YouTube channel. First up, we made a top 10 3DS games video, a couple months ago. It's nearly the 1,000 views, and you can be the one to help us get it there. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, please do.
Also, we have some gameplay recorded by our own Tyler from the Splatoon Global Test Fire. We also have gameplay from Mario Kart 8's Big Blue DLC track in 200cc, also approaching 1,000 views. And some anime things I don't know about.
Well, first one's actually a visual novel. It's
Oh, there you go.
my review is posted today. The Reject Demon Toko Chapter 0 Prelude went up. Check that out. And
How was it? Give us the spoilers.
it was decent. It had a lot of issues, but I didn't not like it.
There you go. Fair enough.
And, of course, check out Food Wars Episode 6 on Crunchyroll. We're not
Every week.
sponsored by Crunchyroll.
We should probably start watching it and talk about the previous episode on the
Yeah, we should have
podcast.
We should.
Well, I
add
can.
it as a new segment.
I could if you want. What do you want me to talk
Don't
about, 5
spoil
or
anything.
6?
Don't spoil anything. Don't spoil
What
anything.
would I spoil?
Episode 5. You're gonna spoil episode 5.
Okay, I'll talk about Episode 1. So, if you think Episode 1... If you watch Episode 1 and you're like, this isn't for me, there's too much stripping, I'd like to point out the stripping only really happens in Episode 1. It happens a couple times later on, but I think in the anime so far, Episode 1 and 2 are the only times it's happened. And we're currently at 6. And in the manga, it's happened a few more times, but the anime's cut it and censored it a bit.
Now, Kanye, asking for a
What?
friend. If I'm bored as hell and watch Food Wars, can I watch it for free on Crunchyroll? Is there like a trial?
Not through us, but Crunchyroll does offer, I think it's 2 weeks free trial.
Very nice. Yeah, it kind of sounded like I was setting up for like a Crunchyroll / Blaze Kick. No, we don't have any.
There's also, you can go on almost any anime YouTuber channel
I'm sure.
and find a link. And you can
Or
go on
trial.
Reddit /r/Crunchyroll, and there's tons of people giving guest passes.
I'm just intrigued because it has the word food. That's pretty good. Anyway, that's going to be it this week. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you're maybe watching this on. If you're not watching this on YouTube, you're probably listening on iTunes. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast on iTunes and rate us 5 stars out of 5 or 1 if you really hate us that much. Also like us on Facebook at http://www.facebook.com/blazecakemedia. Follow us. Let's give it our Twitter names, guys. I'm at Dashy007.
I'm at
I'm
double through
at
one.
Arm. I was waiting for you.
Both waiting, and
Say it
then we
again.
both went.
Yeah. Say it again.
I'm at double through one.
Okay, I'm at Armz.
I'm also at BlazeKickTweet.
Yep, that's our official account. And be sure to visit blazecake.com for gaming news, reviews, features, etc. All that good stuff. We work hard.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we're all lazy.
Yeah, I was about
sometimes.
to make a joke, but I decided not to.
Maybe this week will work. Maybe.
Maybe.
You could join us if you apply
Mhm.
to work for us. Write for us.
Yay.
If you're interested, just send us a tweet.
We love you.
Mhm.
Mwah.
Swag.
Bye.
Squid.
Oh my meow!
Dank meme, dank meme, dank meme. The f was that? That's gonna be an outtake, I hope you know.
Sound?
No, whatever the hell that was. I was like, dank meme, and I was like, that's gonna be an outtake. I'm actually gonna include an outtake in this video.
I bet it is. You should.